Exciting thing about Debert is that you guys have the Diefenbunker.
Yeah, we have a Diefenbunker.
That's
it's,
right.
as far as we know, the one in Carp, and this one's the only two left.
The only two left?
The only two left.
And we're going to go take a look at that.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to go down and... is it for sale? Maybe I could buy it. I could buy it out there.
It'd make a good bread and breakfast. You can put down 350 people at a time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. But you should come on out to the Debert Military Museum. There's all kinds of great stories here. Soldiers have left stories here.
Yeah.
They've donated all kinds of stuff to the museum. You can come on by, check out, see what it was like for the guys in World War II, guys and gals that went over. And but when we come back, we're going down in the bunker.
And there is a bunker tour this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bunker tours for the next few weekends, isn't it?
Well, they're posted different weekends, but there is this one this weekend from 10 to 2.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's head to the bunker.
Okay.
All right. Grassy hill with a few things jutting out of it there. You see a couple of little columns here, and there's an entryway over here. But that is what they refer to as the Diefenbunker, or the bunker. And this is Robert Feely. And Robert, just tell us first a little bit about the bunkers right here underground, is it?
One story above ground level and one story underground.
And how many people could live inside this bunker?
Up to approximately 350.
350 people?
Yeah.
Wow. And built during the Cold War, while Diefenbunker was in power, I guess?
Built between 1959 and 1964.
And what kind of stuff can we expect to find inside when we go inside? Like, what kind of facilities do they have in there?
They'll all have the living quarters for up to approximately 350 people. A storage area for rations, decontamination center where people that came outside to do hot checks could get washed off afterwards. Mechanical room, cafeteria, damage assessment room. Where the major decision making downstairs with the premiers, lieutenant governors, and NORAD room.
Oh, really? So all the satellite tracking and all that?
No, that wouldn't be. They just had a NORAD hookup to that. Then, there's a communications room, which we call the node, and CBC had a room in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They broadcast to all the stations in Canada, or Atlantic Canada.
All right. Well, and there's going to be a tour this weekend. Folks can come on out and check it out.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Come on by for tours. But you and I, we're going to go inside. Take them on a little tour now, aren't we?
Right on.
All right. Okay, let's go. Robert and I are going inside the bunker. When you come back, we'll be inside the bunker. The lower story. We're on the main story, Robert, as we just came in from outside. And if we go down this hallway here, we can see some of the things like the cafeteria, a little bit of hospital area, control room. Now, there would have been 350 people inside this bunker, completely self-sustained.
Right.
So food, water, even air was supplied.
Right.
This is right. And this actually is the ventilation room, which would have been, I guess, like kind of a modern-day air conditioner.
Yeah, it is. Modern day.
As modern as you can get in the 50s.
Right.
Right. So, really surprised. Hallways and rooms, like you can get lost in here, no problem at all. But this here is cafeteria, so a lot of meals and stuff would have been prepared in here.
They can feed up to 350 people in 3 shifts.
So they take shifts and come in and have their meals in here. Then right here looks like this might have been a hospital area. Yeah,
this was the hospital, fully stocked and staffed for 3 doctors. Would have came here.
3 doctors living inside the bunker.
Yeah, I guess the idea was so there'll be medical service around the clock.
Oh, okay. So they could work shift work.
Yeah.
And then down the hall, this is a lot of, I guess, the rooms where they would have actually have stayed.
Right.
And
this is the living quarters.
Living quarters. And this one's still intact. So now, how many people would have stayed in this room?
They could have stored up to 8 people. 6 in there, and 2 could have out on bunks set up in here.
Really? And now? What about bathroom facilities and that stuff? I guess further down the hall, was it?
They're right across the hallway.
Oh yeah. Now you wouldn't want to be claustrophobic and living in here, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Pretty tight quarters to have 8 people in this room.
Well, all the people had to do in here would have been sleep and
I guess the rest of the time they would
read,
have been, yeah.
because no TVs, no radios didn't work in this building. Matter of fact, cell phones still don't work in here.
Really?
So nobody's going to call you.
Nobody's going to call you, so all you had to do was have a nap. All right, well, we're going to take a look around the rest of this bunker. We're going to take a break. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Halifax, and that would be the biggest map of Nova Scotia I've ever seen in my life, Robert. We're now downstairs,
right.
And this is kind of where all the brain power would have been, I guess. The decision-making would have taken place here and in these rooms adjacent to us.
Right on. Yeah, this is what they call the damage assessment room. People were being posted in different areas of Nova Scotia, called into here, and they would have logged down the rate of radiation coming to those areas. And our prevailing winds from the west.
I mean, this thing's unbelievable. It even has like every person's home and everything on it. Look at the size of these panels. Amazing. That's incredible. Unbelievable, the size of it, eh? Huge. So if we went into here, this is where the military would sit, and there would have been computers and stuff in here, and they would have...
Well, actually, this is the area where, not the military, would have been your different department heads.
Okay.
RCMP, Department of Lands and Forests, Tourism, Finance, and everything else. They would have sat
So all
here.
the ministers would have come
got
in.
information from there, and from there, and behind the glass there, that is where the Premier and the Lieutenant Governor would have sat.
They would have been right here behind this little glass cube here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they would, and as we know, the Lieutenant Governor had the final say.
That's right. And then if we move on down into here, this was the alert room.
This is the alert NORAD, hooked up to North Bay, and this is where the first part of the information would have came from to call down the lock down this building or bring people in to man it.
And that panel right up here on the wall, the alert status, lights would have lit up depending on how serious the alert was.
Right. And they kept a blind pulled down over top of that at all times because stop rumors from spreading.
Right. They didn't want bad information to get.
Right. Right.
But now here in the Cuban Missile Crisis, that thing was lit up like a Christmas tree. Is that not right?
It was up to number 3, yellow, and like our alert levels, like they would have been on 2, and the aircraft would have been on standby.
So we were that close.
That close, yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. Because if you go to 4 or 5, you better call your next of kin.
Right. If you have them on right, you'll be seeing them.
Yeah, you may not be seeing them again. Well, this is unbelievable. Look.
Information was put on here and swung around over to them people.
Okay, so you could have affixed maps there or whatever.
Yeah.
And, wow, it's just amazing, all the stuff that's down here. It's unbelievable. And a huge building. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, they say 63,000 square feet.
63,000 square feet. Amazing. And we're going to take and look at the generators and stuff that keep this place, would have kept this place running had the power and that gone out when we come back. We're going to throw it back to the studio. We'll see you back here in just a little bit.